Gotta tweak one thing and we can do the stuff. Anyway, yeah. You guys were all in the city of Meloph. You guys saw the canals. It's great, it's great. Gotta fix Corey's thing really. Okay. Quick recap, just so for those who may need a refresher. After a week of traveling south, you guys made it to the canal city of Meloph in your newly named ship, the Fuckboat. I still can't believe that. You guys are now in the Empire officially, making port officially versus secretly, like you guys did in Triguna. You are currently investigating for information regarding the hunts you guys got from Mont Blanc. You're also looking for any information about Dell or Gale's whereabouts. In relation to that, you met a young man named Antony, who is part of a faction called the Children of the Old Sea. Claim that they wish to restore Meloph to its independent city-state status, free of the Empire's influence. Antony has requested that the party help him by investigating a safe house in the woods while they search for one of the marks, a dire bear, that's been causing problems. I believe that's a good quick summary of everything that happened last week. Dear God, it actually happened last week. Hey, with how the holidays are, I'm impressed we got 2 weeks in a row.
Fair enough.
You guys headed back to town. We'll say, I think it was like it was sunset because of the tower. Forgot about that. You guys were heading back into town, figuring out what you guys want to do for the evening before you start about your whatever it is you guys are going to do first. The evening is yours, though. If I remember correctly, Hyacinth wanted to visit the magic shop.
I believe so.
Across from the tavern.
Correct.
Yes. Fuck, it was called the Fount of Vadania. I'm assuming Fount was meant to be like fountain. Are you all entering the shop, or are you guys just gonna chill outside while Hyacinth window shops?
I'll be outside.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, let's chill outside.
Okay. Hyacinth, you enter the shop, and you are greeted by the scent of different herbs, spices, and ingredients for magic. And at the what's it called, checkout desk table thing, is a half elf with shaved purple hair, in a very emo, kind of like what hair is falling over one eye. They have shifty eyes, and they're using one hand to control a marionette puppet on the counter as you enter.
Hyacinth is just, if they don't greet them, then they're just looking around at all the stuff on the shelves.
They acknowledge you with their like with a glance, but they don't speak quite yet. They watch both the puppet and the clerk seem to be watching you.
But I'm not me.
What was that, sorry?
I said that's fine by me.
Okay.
Hyacinth is just looking around the shelves, and are there any? I'm trying to think of like what they might be interested in. Any like worn items, so like wardrobe options, jewelry, knickknacks, that kind of thing.
Oh, so like any kind of like equipment, more or less.
Kind of, yes.
Let's see. At the moment, you see, like, as you're looking, you see a lot of scrolls. You see a glass jar full of, like, different gems / crystals. You see a cloak on a mannequin. You see a coin in a glass cube. A again, I'm just like scrolling through the stuff. So like, if you want something else specific, you can let me know what, like, any other specifics you're looking for.
Seeing the cloak, they will
You gonna look at the cloak?
take a look at it. They're not going to touch it. They're just more just looking at it because that would be something that reminds them of the cloak that Del wears.
Mm-hmm. This cloak in particular, because I have like a bunch of them. Pick a number 1 through 3.
2.
Okay. Description. It has a crimson, burnt orange, and then a like crabapple yellow gradient from top to bottom. The cowl is mostly the reds and oranges. It's got gold thin chains that go along where the collar would be that are like decorative. And the cloak itself either looks like leaves or dragon scales. It's hard to tell because it's in a glass case behind on the mannequin.
Mm-hmm.
Sizing wise, it's about like it's built for a medium sized person. And as you look at it, it has a feeling of like the end of summer. That's like the feeling you get, being that you are naturey.
Does it have a price tag on it?
500 gil.
What about the coin in the cube? That was a thing you described.
Yep, yeah, it's a it is a excuse me.
What's suspended in it, or is it
No,
just
it's
a coin?
it's a glass case with the little stand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a I don't want to say glowing, but almost like a you know how like the moonlight would be at night when you look up at the moon on a full moon, that kind of luminous. It's giving off that kind of just bright enough to tell it's glowing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about the size of like your palm. It has a bunch of carvings on one side. When you look around to the other side of the thing to like see the back, it's more ornate carvings. The price tag under it is that is definitely not how much it is. I'm gonna ignore that price because that's just wrong. 750.
Is there anything? Oh, you said there was also a jar full of crystals.
Yes, I did.
Do they just look like your average run-of-the-mill jewels?
They do on glance, but there is a sign under them saying assorted sorted crystals of power. And then it has a 5 for X skill, 10 for X, like, you know, the different prices for a bunch. And it says 1 handful per customer. And it's very hastily written in common, implying that they're trying to save what few they have left.
After observing the items that they were kind of interested in, are there anything like weapon wise or
Weapons?
well, not like full on weapons, but like anything that could be used as an imperfect weapon. Hyacinth and her and their love for silverware themed things.
Hmm. We're gonna say you move through the store some more and you're looking around more. Some of the things you find are, God, I love the fucking table thing. A rope necklace from which dangles 4 mummified elf fingers. You find a set of bone pipes, a silver badge in the shape of a 5-pointed star, and you also find a azure ring that, the way it's been made, it looks like the tides along the outside.
Mhm.
What the hell was that? Oh jeez. You also you find a staff.
Oh,
It is a, I can't believe it. You found this of all things. Top of the staff is, it's an adamantine staff. It's got a black top to it. It's about 6 pounds. And the top of it looks like a familiar creature.
it's like a creature that Hyacinth would recognize.
I hope she recognizes it.
Is it the snow rock?
No.
Oh,
If it was a snow rock staff, I'd be very concerned.
okay. You just said a familiar creature.
Well,
I'm trying to think of,
if
like,
you don't want to know what it is, if like you're not going to keep like studying it, I won't say what it is, and you can just keep perusing. But if you want more, I can give you more.
they like if they will recognize what kind of creature it is, then they're gonna keep looking at it.
It is a spider. It's a spider on the top of the staff.
Ooh. Is it a big spider?
Um,
Like tarantula size?
it's like an ornate spider on top of the staff.
Okay.
We'll say like, I don't know, size of your fists together.
Oh, that's a big old spider. Okay. Uh, and it was made out of obsidian?
Adamant. Yeah,
Oh,
adamantine.
adamantine. How much is this thing?
How much? It is
Oh, it's expensive.
2,000 gil.
Oh, Jesus. Yep.
It's a rare item. That's why.
That makes sense. Makes sense. Um, Having looked through all the things, Isaac is going to turn back to the shopkeep and just stare at them.
Are you staring at the shopkeep or the puppet?
The puppet.
Puppet. Okay. The puppet and the shopkeep stare back at you. Are you going to make this like a contest of wills?
They're kind of like their head's gonna cock to the side, their ears kind of wiggle a little bit, their nose like scrunches and unscrunches. They sneeze, and they go say hi.
Okay. High or low, really quick.
Low.
Oh, okay. Did your mother ever tell you it's rude to stare? The shopkeeper says.
Probably. I haven't talked to her in some time, so I'm sorry. I thought this is how people introduce themselves without talking.
That idea. No, I noticed you perusing. Was there anything you were looking for?
Um, our party lost our magic persons, and the person at the tavern said that this was a magic shop. So I thought I'd at least come and see what kind of things you had. You had some very nice things.
Aye, we do have some things here. What are you looking for? The puppet says in response.
Hyacinth is going to make sure that they take half a step back so then they can make eye contact with both the puppet and the shopkeep to continue both sides of this conversation. So they're going to look at the puppet and then point at the cloak and ask, it's like, that seems very nice. What does that do? Or is it just pretty?
Ah, the autumn cloak, yes. You could, how to explain? Once per day on command, you can cause the leaves on this cloak to swirl around and obscure you, or, so that others can't see you.
And what do the gems do that you can take a handful of per person?
Ah, yes, the gems. Yes. See, they're really not real gems. It's something for the kids. It makes them think they have the magic stones. We tried originally to put real ones in there, but then the kids got some sapphires, and then they tried to open the gates of Kadesh, and oh, that was just an awful time. So since then, we just made fake gems, so the kids feel like they have magic. You know how it is in these kinds of towns.
No, I'm from the forest. I don't really know how kids work. But that does sound like it'd be a better option to give them fake ones instead of real ones to open gates to places they shouldn't be.
Yeah, little Tommy had a sapphire, and he just picture a giant astral doorway opening up in the middle of town, and oh my god, everyone was freaking out. It took us all day to fix it.
Oh, I think my friend did that, and something with tentacles came through and pulled a guy back through with the tentacles.
The puppet's jaw drops open and just stares at you. So,
So do they do anything, or are they just pretty?
wait, what was that, sorry?
About the stones. They're going to ask the puppet is like, so do the stones do anything? Like, do they have actual power, or are they just pretty?
Well, if you rub them in your hands, they kind of give off like a luminescence and give you that feeling of, ooh, you're doing something magical. Again, it's all for the kids.
Okay.
Yes. All the funds go to finding Tommy.
Who's Tommy?
The kid who had
I could try to.
the kid with the gate.
Did Tommy go through the gate?
We think so.
Oh,
Again, it was just a terrible time.
I could try to look for Tommy.
At this point, the shopkeeper goes, you're not gonna find it.
Oh,
It's one of those, like, we say that we're looking for him because we don't have the heart to tell the town he's not coming.
did Tommy go to the really big farm pasture in the sky?
Yeah.
Oh,
The gates of Koresh is another word for one of, like, the afterlives.
oh.
Opened up to a planar door and just, it's awful.
Yeah, I think the fake gems are the way to go with that.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that
Prevents me from getting in legal trouble, I just.
makes a lot of sense.
Took us like a month to complete.
Granted, if you get into legal trouble, you could just put the people who are putting you in legal trouble through the doorway too, and say that you found Tommy.
We would, but Tommy took the sapphires with him, so.
Rude.
Yeah, I know. It's these days. But
And
anyway,
Hyacinth
were you looking to buy or were you just window shopping today?
I think I might be looking to buy. I think is going to look through their bag of things real quick.
Okay.
And they still have a couple gems and things. They're going to pull out an amethyst and a jade,
Okay.
and hold the amethyst to the shopkeep and the jade to the puppet. It's like, these won't open anything weird, right?
Takes the shopkeeper takes both because the puppet is again a marionette, so we really can't do much. She looks them over and goes, they're more valuable than they're useful at the moment, so yeah, you could trade them in if you want. You could use that towards whatever you purchase in exchange. If you want to use these instead of gil.
How much would I be able to get for those two?
The jade will take for 780. You said amethyst, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because of its size, we'll take the amethyst for 400.
So that's a total of
Like 1280.
1280. And Hyacinth will agree to it and just nod. And they ruffle their nose a little bit. It's like, so what about, is it just sapphires or was it just those special sapphires that did that?
Oh, it was those special sapphires. We had been doing a ritual, and well, little Tommy was going through the shop, and we told him not to do it. But no, little kids, they gotta do what they're not told. And got the sapphires and
Opened a gate.
yes. See, I'm not really actually a puppet. I am actually a powerful wizard. But my body is trapped beyond the gates of Kadesh, and we were gonna try getting it back. Apparently, it's not in the cards this time.
And Hyacinth is going to lean down and whisper to the puppet, if I brought you more sapphires, could you do it again and get your body back?
I think I'm being watched a little too much, so I don't think it'd be a good idea. How's that?
Oh.
Try to take over the world once, and they put you into the body of a puppet, you know.
I mean, it's better than them turning you into a tree.
It was either a puppet or a cat. I thought the puppet would be a better idea.
Yeah. This person seems nice and is going to look at the shopkeep and like cock their head to the side and point at him whenever they say that.
The shopkeep smiles and nods. I'm his daughter, so I try to convince the town he's actually rehabilitating.
Oh, so does everyone know that he's a powerful wizard just trapped inside of a puppet?
They don't believe him. They think I'm just really good at ventriloquism.
Oh, I believe you.
They think I'm crazy.
You're not crazy. I've met crazy.
But no, we originally came from the Republic, came here to start a new life, and well, Dad had to go and try taking over the world, because, you know, that's what he would do best. Want to live up to my grandmother's expectations, and it didn't work out.
I've met mushrooms like that.
Yeah.
But sometimes if you talk to the wrong mushroom, they get these ideas where they want to try to take over the entire forest.
I've met a mushroom I met a mushroom that punched a guy in the face.
It had arms?
Yeah. It's like 6 feet tall, really, really burly, shoved a guy and just punched him.
Do you know if was that mushroom in the forest? Like this forest?
No. This was somewhere else. The mushroom was near this this giant wolf's den.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I think I will take the cloak,
Okay.
a handful of those gems, well, half a handful of those gems, just in case I run into any children.
Okay, very good, very good.
And then
while you're talking, she carefully places the puppet on the table, and you hear the puppet go, "Whoops." You hear the puppets groaning, like, careful with the leg, careful with the leg. As she goes to unlock the case for the cloak.
And then Hyphen's gonna point at the coin. Like, what does the coin do?
Oh, yeah, the coin. Okay, the coin is it provides a 5 to 10 foot radius of light. If dropped, if dropped a distance greater than 5 feet, it issues a ringing, so you can't lose it.
Oh.
And
I think I'll just go.
sorry, what was that?
I think I'll just go with the cloak and the gems for now. But I might come back for that. It looks like it has a spider on it, and the spider seems like it might be friendly.
Yes, that's the spider staff. It's a very rare item. We acquired it from a sorcerer who was trading in all of his old stuff when he retired. It's got some charge abilities. It's not a bad weapon, and if for the combative magic user, though it is a bit pricey, so many people haven't tried buying it.
I might bring my friend back here and have them look at it whenever we find them.
I sent you the cloak thing. Okay, very good. Hopefully your friend will enjoy it if they do wind up purchasing it. How many of the gems did you say you wanted?
A handful.
Very good. She reaches in and pulls them out a bunch, throws them into the pouch. Since you're trading for the gem, she's not going to give you a price. Because at the moment, she's just at the end gonna give you Gil, if anything.
I don't remember how much you said the difference would be. Is there anything else that you think would go well with this cloak?
Now that you mention it, I might have something. That's not. While she's searching, the puppet goes, "Whatever you do, don't give her away any of the good stuff." I have.
Oh, is there a toy shop in town?
A toy shop?
Or someone who makes toys?
There might be. I admit I kind of stick to myself in town. Not very much of a people person. Was there something specific you were looking for?
No, just a toy shop. I think one of my friends would like a toy.
Ah, okay.
They just had a baby.
If
Babies like toys, right?
if anyone would know, it'd probably be the tavern across the street. The owner would seem to know things. But yes, you asked anything else. I believe maybe you seem to look like an archer. You may like this. She pulls out a quiver of elven design, and inside are what look to be older style arrows, like opposed to more modern ones. So this quiver has a bit of a enchantment on it where whenever you reach in, it'll know what you're looking for, and you won't have to keep track of what you have in the quiver. It'll give you the arrow you're looking for instead of, searching for your ammo type. Also, the arrows don't fall out if you, tumble. I don't exactly know how it works though. I think Dad did that. I did. Took me like a week to figure that one out.
I think that would then do, from Hyacinth's perspective, do the cloak and the quiver match each other?
Actually they do.
Okay.
They're actually the exact same color schemes.
They're going to look over it and nod and say yes. I think that does match perfectly.
Very good. Because of the deal, we'll give it to you, on the house. Also, because you said you had a friend who just had a child?
Mhm.
Okay, this may be something they may like. I don't know kids myself. I find them to be sticky. Um
It would help be the third child.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Again, the puppet's jaw just drops because they were picturing another Vera when you said a friend. So when you said that, they both were like, "We're sorry, what?"
My friend hatched him herself.
Neither one responds. The shopkeep looks over to the puppet and just goes, and shrugs at him. Um, Never mind. What I was gonna give probably won't work then.
And
Hmm,
he,
interesting. Uh, anyway, sorry about that. Was there anything else you were looking for though specifically?
no, I think that was it.
Okay. We hope you'll come return. If you do bring your friend for that staff, we'll hold on to it. Um, yeah. Thank you for your patronage. And she hands you, because the balance after all that, you get 450 gil back after.
Well then.
Well, because you didn't go over the 1280 that you were gonna get. So you get the quiver, the cloak, and the pouch of glowing gems.
And Hyacinth is going to say goodbye to the both of them, thank them both for their things, and don their new cloak and quiver and walk out the door.
Okay. As you go, you hear her say goodbye politely, and then you hear the puppet. Boy, come back. Be sure to spend more gil. Gotta fund my next world takeover. Dad, shut up. And then you'll exit at that point.
While we're going through town, Hyacinth is in fact looking for somewhere that's kind of like a toy shop,
Okay.
just in their periphery.
All right. What about the others? What are you guys' intentions to doing now that Hyacinth has returned and you guys are moseying through town?
First thing I do is pop Mogzio out of the bubble.
I was really tempted to make Mogzio do a check to see if he needs to land well, but I forgot the bubble isn't big enough to really require an acrobatics, unless Mogzio's not paying attention when you pop it.
No, he just ragdolls to the floor.
DFA picks his hat up off the ground and kind of dusts it off and hands it back to him.
Grabs it and puts it back on. Because I completely forget what we were doing.
You guys had just left meeting Antony. You're going through town. Antony had given you the job to find the safe house. You guys got the information about the bear. And you also have the information about the Imperial soldier who frequented the other tavern after his shift to indulge in the booze.
Is it about indulging in the booze time of day?
Yeah, no, it's we'll say after you went shopping, it's like a little past sundown now. It's starting to finally become actually night. And if any of you are looking out like back the way you guys came, you'll notice that the weird tower is now fully visible instead of just partially coming out of existence.
Hyacinth's gonna turn and tilt their head towards the tower, then back to the magic shop, then towards the tower. I'll ask about it next time, and then just look for everybody else.
Okay. If I remember right, the what was the other called? Oh yeah, Hell's Adorable Inn. That was what it's called. That's where the Imperial would be indulging their booze. But no, about this time is when all the Imperials had done their shifts for the day. They'd be going to either to drink or whatever, where mostly they stick to the 2 districts that they directly control. This one does come to Hell's Adorable Inn to get away from all of his Imperial cohorts, because he kind of wants a break from everybody. At least that's what you know. So if you guys want to head there first, you can, or you can go back to the tavern and just crash for the night and make plans. It's up to you.
Hyacinth is going to suggest we go check that tavern for the guy.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I feel like if we go and find him, he might pay us more money up front. And I can see if I can find any of those, like, scary things they've been using on the wildlife.
This is true.
All right, so you got, well, the other tavern is in Opal Row, which is the next district over. It's the oldest one. The wealthier merchants, clientele seem to congregate. It's about it's a ways from the coast. Down the center main road canal is 25. No, there are 15 25-foot arches that line the central canal, and the entire district is built around this. Each arch has a massive opal in the center of them. Along the street are poles that hold oil lanterns to give faint flickering firelight as the sun sets, giving you guys perfect view of everything around you. Cobblestone streets on both sides of the canal. Further in, like away from the last district you guys are in, the buildings give more to vibrant, colorful buildings, very unique, distinct construction. The windows for some of the shops have magical baubles that hover 10 feet above the air as like displays. And the folks in this district appear way better dressed, more akin to nobles, wearing crushed silk, brighter blues, purples, very clearly displaying expensive jewelry. The street performers all over the place, giving entertainment for anyone walking about at night. And we have the Hell's Adorable Inn, as well as the Marquis Corner, which is where all the diplomats or important people would reside in this district. And Hell's Adorable Inn is quite busy when you guys arrive. There is room for a table, though, when you enter, if you guys are looking to sit down.
Do we get like a description of this guy we're looking for?
The Imperial?
Yeah.
It's very easy to find him. He is still wearing all his Imperial gear, which is crimson, red, and gold cloth, like tunic and all that. Iron chain armor sticking out from under it. He has his sword on the table next to him, as well as on the table itself, his what is it called? A parrying dagger. And at his feet, he is petting a very, very friendly looking mastiff.
Puppy. Big puppy.
Very big puppy. And he is doing this in the corner nearest the bar. And he looks like he's already 3 drinks in, judging by the tankards on the table.
Already greased up then.
Oh, yeah. At the bar, you see a human who has silver eyes, face full of piercings, and a mop of curly green hair. A bit eccentric, though on quick glance you can tell that hair was half-assedly dyed. And as you guys enter, you can actually hear him singing under his breath. It's debatable if he's any good, though. Elric, as you walk in, you pick up the scent of strawberries,
Oh,
giving you fond memories of back home.
I like strawberries.
Yeah, that's why I think I said Elric noticed him. I know shit. Yeah, and when you look around, you notice that there's a little window garden that's growing some strawberries. But as you guys all came in, the Mastiff does notice you and looks and perks up, and its tail starts to wag as you guys, look around. How big Mastiffs are compared to a Moogle.
They're very big.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta think like how big is it compared to Moogle?
They're bigger than a Moogle.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I think they're bigger than the Moogles.
Oh yeah, no, like me and Mogzio could both comfortably ride a Mastiff.
Do not steal the Mastiff, please. Oh
But
yeah.
what if I want it more?
I mean, then you have to deal with the consequences. I don't fucking know. Deal with Agamedes getting jealous.
And thus we were on the run from the Imperial army.
Came to kill a bear, left with a dog.
Left with somebody else's dog.
You don't even know whose dog it is. It's just laying down at the Imperial's feet. For all you know, it is the Imperial's. For all you know, it could be someone else's.
Just the bar dog. Waiting for somebody to drop some scraps.
The bartender does notice you all and says he'll be right with you if you take a seat. And he will bring along some drinks if you want them.
Something non-alcoholic.
They do have non-alcoholic drinks. They got lemonade, honey water, and water.
Take a honey water.
That'll be 7 gil.
Done.
Okay. You get a large pitcher that you can drink from when he comes over. What about the others? What would you guys like to have for your time there? Alcohol or non-alcohol? Or would you guys like food? There's food too.
I think food would be a good option, probably.
Hmm.
I don't think we've eaten today.
No, I think you guys had breakfast. Yeah, you guys had breakfast
Yeah.
on the boat.
Oh, yeah.
And we booked it.
What would
Hyacinth is going to
what was that?
whatever the planning option is.
You got whiskey, lemonade, honey water, bourbon, red wine, and rum for drinks.
Red wine.
Okay. The red wine is 6 gil. Or 20 gil for the whole bottle.
They will pay the 20 gil for the whole bottle.
Okay. For
And
food,
is just whatever.
for food, there's pickled
Yeah.
corn. Yeah. Axe meat and mushroom noodles. Beak stew. Steak over rice. Papaya jam dumplings or mushroom casserole. Also, do the Moogles want alcohol or non-alcohol?
Non-alcohol.
Would you like the honey
Yeah,
water?
not alcohol.
Would you like the honey water or the lemonade?
Lemonade.
Okay. I'm only doing it because this is actually in the thing. Would you like pink or yellow lemonade?
Yellow.
Okay. Mogzio, do you care which?
No.
Okay.
And take over rice.
Okay. Wait, what? Sorry, you said you're the rice?
Yeah.
Okay, the rice is going to cost you 10 gil. The lemonades, you said the yellow one, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Both of you are going to pay 5 gil for the pitcher of lemonade. Just so you know, those who drank the honey water, if whoever drinks it, gets 2 temporary HP points. If you drink the lemonade, you get a bonus to any intelligence checks for 24 hours. In the red wine, you get advantage on charisma checks for 8 hours. So keep track of whatever you drank. The food just feeds you. There's no bonuses for the food. It's just what flavor of food do you want to add for the roleplay?
Hyacinth is getting the dumplings and the mushroom casserole. Talking about mushrooms fighting people made them hungry for mushrooms.
For both, it'll be 25 gil. What kind of food would DFA want?
Pastries.
I mean, yeah, DFA has all those pastries in her. Okay.
Yeah, she probably would actually just be eating pastries.
Okay. Elric, did you pick a dinner?
I did not.
You need me to repeat them?
Yes, please.
Pickled corn.
Mhm.
And that just sounds gross.
does.
Beak meat and mushroom noodles. Beak stew. Steak over rice. Papaya jam dumplings and mushroom casserole.
Mushroom casserole.
Okay, just that.
Yeah.
That is 15 gil.
Okay.
It's a big casserole.
Okay.
Your food and drink. You guys get your food and drink. The bartender says, "Hi, my name's Cade. How you doing? So you got your orders good. Would you guys say anything like the special drink of the house?
What's
Sure.
that?
We call it Angry Tom's Furious Ale. It's a pint of a dark amber color, brown buttery consistency with a thick, creamy beige colored head. You feel a bit hungry after, but you enjoy it thoroughly. No complaints promised."
And Hyacinth is going at this point to the guard that's like 3 tankards deep. Is that what he's been drinking?
Oh, him? He's been drinking whatever we hand him.
Oh, I thought if somebody was drinking that much of it, it must be really good.
He's the kind of guy where whatever you give him is good, as long as it gets him wasted. The more he drinks, the better he tips, so we don't really get picky.
Can I have those specials, and then can I have an extra glass?
Certainly. What about the rest of you?
None for me, thanks.
Very good. We'll say Corey gets one, because booze.
Mhm.
The Moogles? Yes? No?
No.
Okay.
Sure.
Alright. Come right up with you. Is there anything else I can help you with while I'm here for you?
Do you know of any toy shops?
Toy shops? Not really a toy shop, but one of the general stores down in the other district back there. They generally sell toys. What are you looking for?
I was looking for like things to go with a dollhouse.
Yeah, the general store should have something like that, yeah. They're only open in the mornings, though, so you have to wait till, tomorrow.
Fine.
The owner's a bit of a family man. He likes to actually go home for his family instead of staying away from them. But yeah, they open up bright and early. You could go check them out in the morning. Oh, also at this point, he notices DFA. This man doesn't know what Moogles are, so he thinks these are both Mogzio and DFA kids. Would you like some coloring stuff for the kids?
DFA, do you
DFA?
want color? I can
Yeah,
use
she
these.
doesn't even look offended. She's like, yeah, that sounds awesome.
Right. My dad always said, make sure there's something for the kids and you'll always get repeat customers. I'll be right back with some of that stuff. He goes off, comes back, and hands DFA like a bunch of those like crossword puzzles, those like placemats that have like the mazes on them, and he gives you a bunch of crayons. He's like, if you need anything else for like this, and she runs out of stuff, just let me know. We'll go find some more in the back. But yeah, DFA now has like crossword puzzles, word searches, those little maze placemats to color on, and those color by number placemats. God, I can't believe I remembered to actually include that in a fucking tavern. Also, by this point, the Mastiff has kind of stealthily navigated towards you guys. In his nudging at who's they nudging at? Attention.
Person with the stake.
Let's see. 1, 2. They are nudging at. Yeah, Moxio actually. Roll a d6 and that's what I got. Moxie, you got a Mastiff nudging at you, sniffing at your food. He's being calm about it. He's just very, what you got.
I'll just kind of look towards Auric with a look of help.
Looks, he's gonna kneel down and just like, he just wants some food, don't you, buddy? And like
At the mention of food, he definitely moves away from Moxio and heads right to you and starts like,
oh god, okay,
starts doing the weird like trying to catch the drool, then he goes back to panting.
I don't think you're gonna like the casserole though.
Are you offering it to him?
I mean, I could try and see like, is this something you'd like, and give him a little.
The entire mouth engulfs Elric's hand.
Oh god,
and you just feel the tongue cleaning your hand of the food.
Yeah, he likes it.
Bark, bark. I can't do a Mastiff bark, so don't expect me to try. Those are very distinct, deep bark. I'm not going to try.
Just gonna scritch him behind the ears some.
He starts getting really excited and just plops his chin on your lap and just stares up at you like, you have fed me. You're now my friend.
Oh.
See, Mugsio, they're pretty simple. They just, they're pretty loving and just want some food and attention.
You hear from the bar, "Oi, Alien, come on, that's a paying customer, leave him alone." The dog just like looks over at you like, don't make me leave. I'm comfy.
So does drinking the house special ale do anything?
It's literally just a it's one of those drinks that makes you hungry. It's one of those like companion drinks that you would have with food because it makes you want more food. There's no special stats, but it is very as he described, it is one of those drinks that even if you're not into alcohol, you can enjoy its consistency, its flavor. It's just a good drink to have with a hearty meal.
Hyacinth going to pour half of that into the extra glass.
Mm-hmm.
And take out. They're going to kind of hold it on their hip to the side. And while the party is having whatever conversation they're hiding, out of plain sight, they are going to slip one of the poison arrows that they have into it and stir it with it.
Are you trying to be sneaky? Like, are you trying to make the party not notice?
Oh no, it doesn't matter if the party. It's just the general public.
Okay, then I'm still gonna have to make you roll stealth.
That's fine.
Either like, would that be a stealth or a sleight of hand?
So, because what the Hyacinth is then going to do is take out a normal arrow and then stir their own drink with it and leave the arrow in it.
I'll let you pick between stealth and sleight of hand, honestly, because I'm not sure like which that would actually fall under, given that you're doing it with 2 drinks. Because if you do it with both drinks, you don't really need to justify stealth, because it's like, oh, Hyacinth's being weird. But if you're doing it like with the intent of no one realizing it's a poison arrow, I could see sleight of hand or stealth. So yeah, I'll let you pick whichever.
24.
What was it, 24?
24 for sleight of hand. Wait, no. 26. Sorry, I miscounted.
Yeah, no one notices extremely. The party may notice because, Hyacinth is being Hyacinth. Though up to them if they want to make a comment about your decision to stir with an arrow.
And then keeping it, they're going to, of course, slip the sullied poison arrow back in their bag.
Even as the GM, I'm wondering where you're going with this, and I'm kind of nervous.
And so, since they have effectively poisoned, is that drink now poisoned?
Yes, but we'll say it's at half because it's diluted into the liquid.
It's fine. It worked. It's still working.
I'm really concerned.
They are going to just kind of with both of the tankards on the table. I think I'm gonna go try to make a new friend with the person that we might be fighting today. Be right back. And they're going to pick up. So they have the drinks in both hands, and then they're going to pick up the dumplings that they ordered, and then go to the bar with the Imperial soldier.
Okay. We'll cut to you in a second. DFA, how's your coloring scheme going?
I feel like she's stuck on something, and she's just kind of wiped everything off the table.
Is she getting angry stuck or just I can do this, no one tell me?
No, she's mad.
Oh no. Elric and Mogzio, how are you handling the angry DFA?
I don't mess with angry DFA.
Yeah, it's best to just let her tuck herself out.
Yeah, just leave her be.
God damn it. See, I expected maybe a third of this, but not this. Also, yeah, Mogzio and Elric, what are you two doing besides avoiding the angry DFA?
I imagine I'm still wrestling with the freaking dog.
Well, I mean, he's pretty calm. He's just expectantly waiting for potential more food.
My attention is on the dog, petting dog.
Is Mogzio in work mode, or is he this is I'm off the clock, no one talk to me mode?
I mean, to probably be trying to pay attention to what Hyacinth's doing.
Okay. Because I actually want to see how this goes. I am going to make you roll a perception to see how much you can tell, because they are across the credit room.
I think. Let me see. Let me look. It is 18.
We'll say you'll be able to hear Hyacinth, but whatever the Imperial says back, you won't be able to hear.
Okay.
And also, you have a clear line of sight to where Hyacinth is. That way, you can be like, okay, what the fuck is she doing with that glass? Because we will say that you did see her stirring it with an arrow. Cutting back to Hyacinth. Let's see how this goes. I'm curious. Go ahead. I'm concerned.
So taken before they ordered the house drink, they were drinking the wine.
Yep.
But they left the rest of the bottle of wine on the table. Because that's a nice drink. You don't offer a target a nice drink.
No, it's actually really good. It's a really good red wine. I would say it's vintage. It's got a nice lingering scent. It's local too.
So Hyacinth is going to sit next to the guy, and they're going to make sure that their drink, the one that is not poisoned, is on the opposite end, so it's not near him.
So the poison one is near you, or
the poison one is near him.
Okay.
And not poison is in Hyacinth's hand.
Okay.
And they are
just trying to be sure I was keeping up with what you were. Okay, you're good.
And Hyacinth is just going to set the tankard that's poisoned in front of the guy, and kind of like elbow on the table or on the counter, look at him, say, it's like, so we heard that you have a problem that you need people to look into.
Just roll and see how drunk you. Okay. God, I have to pretend I'm drunk now. This is gonna be fun. Yeah. What do you three want?
We were looking for a job that we heard about, some kind of invisible monster.
No, we haven't killed the the thing yet. No, why would you think we killed it? The bill's still up.
Yeah, I'm here about the bill to kill it.
I mean, the three of you want to kill it? You said, huh? What?
Yes.
You three don't look like you're invisible beasts.
No.
No, the invisible things are pain in the ass, though. Well, it's been killing my men, and I hate it. It's getting me in trouble with the guys upstairs.
There are people upstairs?
There's always people upstairs if you're. He trails off.
How much are you paying to kill the invisible beast?
The Empire said 750. Yeah, I'm gonna go another 250 if they bring me the corpse. Don't tell my boss, though. My boss wouldn't like that. He, like, not pointedly at you, but he's just pointing and waving his finger as he's talking.
Now that Hyacinth is a bit closer to him, does he look like he's an archer? Or have any of his archer? If he's an archer, does he have gear?
Just looking at him, like, as he is now, no. He looks like he is more the paper pushing high rank. Like, if you look at his armor, it's still shiny. It's very it's well maintained, like someone who has not been engaged in combat with it.
Okay, so he's a desk jockey.
Either he's a desk jockey or he really gives a shit about his appearance.
Valid. They are going to putting on their usual courtesan facade of friendliness. So if I'm to kill something that's invisible, do you have anybody who would want to come with us?
They're busy. That's why we're putting out the bill. Why would we send our own people to die? What? That's dumb. We outsource.
Not one of your people. Somebody else who looked for the bill. Has anybody else tried to go and do it?
No one's stupid to go fight an unseen monster. They think we're crazy.
Are you crazy?
No, Mommy, I'm just a pencil pusher. At this point, he's kind of like slumping in his into his own hand and looking really, really exhausted.
Good.
Then he just perks back up. You three people need to not be so. Points his finger up and looks like he's about to retch. Then goes. You three need to be respectful. I'm a very important person, you know.
Are you?
I am.
How important?
More overlooked than important. If it wasn't for me, the districts would be more. Just trails off again.
So if you're really important, then why would the people upstairs be mad at you?
Because people upstairs are cheap. They don't want the townspeople knowing about the arrows and giant experiments. For the record,
Well, I feel like
it's a depressed drunk, but
Mhm.
trying to be this type of drunk is so weird to me.
well, I mean, the people don't know about it. So I think you're doing a good job at being an important person.
Yeah, thank you. You three are smart. When'd you three get here, Ed? I've never seen you. Have we met?
Yeah,
Roll a bluff.
we met earlier. And Hyacinth is going to tap the half-filled tankard that they put down. I bought you this earlier, remember?
Again, you still have to roll a bluff. Because he looks down at the tankard.
Bluff is charisma, so I get advantage on that because I drank the wine, correct?
Yep.
Cool. 23.
Yeah, no, that passes. Okay. He picks it up. Oh, yeah, you three are really nice. See, Jade normally cuts me off after a drink or two. I need to remind him that I'm the one who got him to keep his pub. I could have shut this place down, you know.
Why would you shut it down?
I don't like people who tell me that I'm not doing my job right. He's lucky that middle in his face. He gets the. He picks up the tankard and swigs it back.
And as he takes a drink, Hyacinth is going to push the plate of dumplings towards him in case he wants food, because since the tankard makes you hungry.
He looks down. Well, when does that food get here? I didn't order that. Did you?
I ordered that for you because you were telling me that you needed somebody to test your new arrows.
Yeah. Wait. Was that you? Roll another bluff.
Yeah.
God.
21.
Yeah. Just Jesus Christ, you were just that one was close. You're right. I remember now. You were to get testing the yeah. Mm-hmm. Right.
I forget where you said you wanted me to test them, but I was supposed to pick them up tomorrow.
Yeah. Right. Go. I'll leave them at the town gate. The people at the gate will have them for you at the outskirts of town.
And these are they're gonna lean in closer and say, kind of like stage whisper, these are the special ones, right? That people don't need to know about.
Exactly. You three know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. Gotta be really hush hush. You can't even tell. Don't even tell Mom.
Won't tell.
Yeah, you three are the best. Suddenly his face gets very pale. Excuse me for a minute. Gets up and kind of like stumbles towards the door. And he makes it outside before you hear a loud, like, retching noise.
Did he leave anything at the bar?
He left his sword against the table, his parrying dagger, and a pouch full of gill.
Hyphen's going to pull out a piece of parchment and a writing utensil, and is going to leave the name Lilyfeather.
Okay.
And then just put under it, it's like picking up arrows outside town gate.
Oh, like
Hush, hush.
leaving it as like a reminder.
Yes.
Okay.
And they are going to wait to see if he comes back for his stuff.
How long do you want to wait?
I mean, if we're not doing anything else tonight, Hyacinth will wait basically all night.
After about, like, we'll say 15 minutes of waiting, Cade comes up to you. Yeah, I think he's gonna be out there for a while. Last time he was like that, he fell asleep against the side of the building. If you're waiting, I wouldn't.
Oh, well, I was here about a job, and he just kind of passed out.
If you want, I'll when I wake him up, I'll let him know to find you tomorrow when he's more clear thinking.
Oh. And Hyacinth is going to again write on the parchment. It's like talked over drinks. And then draw like an arrow at the bottom of it.
Okay.
Kind of just try and refresh the drunkard's memory of the conversation they had. And they're going to fold it and give it to Cade along with 10 gil.
Takes the gil. Thank you. Puts it into his pocket and takes the note very carefully, puts it in the another pocket. I apologize if he was out of line at all. He does get a bit wordy, I guess would be the word.
He just seems like he misses his mom a lot.
He doesn't miss her. He has a lot of things to work through.
His mom gone.
No, he wishes.
Oh, okay. So she's just not a great person.
She's
to him.
She's very domineering.
Okay.
He's a bit of a pushover.
Okay. I know plenty of people like that. And Hyacinth is going to gather up the glasses and put them kind of like table busting style, make them easier to carry. And pointing to the poison glass, they're going to say, maybe don't touch the liquid inside that one too much. I think he like threw up in it a little bit.
Roll a bluff. Let's see if Cade cares. Like, cares enough to be convinced not to do what you said.
Valid. 18.
He doesn't care. Like, you just meet and beat. But he's like, I'll take your word for it. I'm just gonna do this. He takes it, just throws the liquid into the tavern's fireplace. Just to be safe, no one else in the back does it.
And Hyacinth just nods. And they will take their tankard and the rest of their food and go back to join the party.
Okay. By this point, has DFA conquered her anger, or is it still fuming?
She's still mildly fuming. She's like kicking her legs a little bit back and forth, has her arms crossed.
Okay. God, I'm just picturing like a very angry Moogle. With like a little storm cloud growing as the anger subsides. Hyacinth rejoins you guys and sits back down. As they return, Elian, the Mastiff, notices Hyacinth and like looks up like, do you have food for me?
Hyacinth will drop one of the dumplings to the dog.
Immediately, the like face floor connects like a vacuum. And then he looks up very happily and does the whole pant. I'm not doing the sound again. Pant, like licks face to get like the residue off, then goes back to panting, and then plops on the floor and just starts to rest. Oh, Jesus Christ, I did not expect it to go that way. But no, Mogsio was able to watch your entire thing. I don't know if Elric was purposely paying attention.
Nope.
There you go.
Distracted by doggo.
Of course you were. So you just noticing that Hyacinth returned, and you're just like, oh,
Yeah.
you're back.
Look, I'm like, hey, look, doggo.
Just curious, did Elric grow up with dogs?
I would assume so. Yeah.
Okay. It's that moment of like, we don't know Elric's happy memories.
He likes animals,
I hope he does.
even though his job is what it is. He still raises them well.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys, Hyacinth got some intel, returned confidently, safely. Though I would imagine Mogzio was curious as to what happened. Mogzio was able to see the Imperial bolted out the door. It hasn't returned.
I'm actually not that curious.
Oh, okay.
You just kind of like give a nod, like, yeah, that's right.
Hyacinth, after entertaining the dog and sharing half of their dumplings with said dog, will kind of like lean a little bit forward and go back to drinking the wine and drop their voice a little bit and say, it's like, so I need to meet with somebody outside of the gates early in the morning. So I'll be going and doing that. But also, I think we're good to take that contract about the invisible monster. But it's going to be $750 for the actual job. And was it $150 or $250 for the body?
$250 if you bring back the corpse.
$250?
Yep, $250.
And then $250 if we bring back a corpse.
But will they know
Really drunk, so he didn't pay anything.
if it's invisible? Will they know if we bring it back or not?
I think that's the fun part.
I mean, I guess we don't really have any reason not to, but
Also, he has a lot of issues related to his mom.
the tapestry is beginning to weave itself in Moxio's mind.
Oh, Jesus. I can only imagine what that tapestry looks like.
Do you need someone to watch your back when you go in the early morning?
I mean, if you'd like to, you can come with me.
I mean, the last thing we need is for someone else to go missing.
I think I should be fine, but just in case. It's more of a if he remembers, because he's very drunk. I think he's sleeping outside in his own puke. But I left him a note that we had the conversation. So it's just kind of up to the hangover at this point if he ends up waking up early enough to even meet at that early.
Well, maybe you can leave a little early, and if he's still sleeping it off, I can nonchalantly wake him up.
I think Cade said he usually wakes him up at some point. So either way, we can do that too.
Bucket of ice water will do the trick.
Based on where we are right now, are the gates closer to this tavern or the other tavern?
Closer to this one.
This one?
Yeah. The other tavern is closer to the port. The gates are on the other side of town. We're like going towards the forest. Gates are maybe like from where you guys are, maybe like a 20-30 minute walk.
Okay. So we should just, I guess, get a room here or get a couple of rooms here if there's space.
Oh,
Or in this area.
Be fine.
DFA, any contributing input on getting a room for the night?
No.
I just have to ask. Has she at least enjoyed her meal, or did that go onto the floor as well?
It didn't go onto the floor, but it has been like just discarded off to the side.
For DFA, it's a rough night. We'll say about an hour after you guys have discussed this, Cade will come over and ask if there was anything else you guys wanted leading up to the discussion of a room for the night. And if you guys are planning on staying here, he asks how many rooms would you like? Because he can fit either all of you into one room or fit half of you into one room and half into another.
Probably just do the 2 rooms.
All right, the 2 rooms would cost 35 gil per room per night. Excuse me. And he admits that he's giving a discount because you are the first person to make the Imperial leave earlier, saving everyone the grief of him making a scene.
Hyacinth was just gonna nod and said, sometimes you just need a little company to remind you that it's best to just go quietly into the night.
Kate will agree. Yeah, it'll be 35 gil per night per room, so 70 gil overall.
Hyacinth will take half of that. If somebody wants to take the other half.
Elric or Mugzio, I'm assuming, because I don't know if DFA is like keeping track of money. Or at least
I'm pretty broke after plus oneing.
You should have like what, 500 gil left?
A little less. I could pay it though.
Oh no, yeah, it's only 35 gil. That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
Okay. Whenever you guys are ready to go upstairs, he will give you guys the keys to the rooms. And he does tell you though that there is a rule from, I think they said 9 p.m. till 6 a.m. No extreme noise, because he doesn't want Hellion to cause problems in the middle of the night for the other guests. So he requests that if you guys are going upstairs for the evening, just keep it down. No loud parties. Don't make the dog more of a hyperactive animal than he is.
Hey, no worries. None of us are too crazy. Well, I mean, look, you might want to look out for that one. And I'm going to point at Muggsy. He's a troublemaker.
He does look to Muggsy and be like, is he really a troublemaker? He's been so quiet since he arrived.
But it's always the quiet ones.
That's why I'm pointing him out.
He does give Muggsy like a long stare, but is like, I don't know. Seems too tired to want to be a troublemaker. And he just like stares at Elric like, I'm thinking you.
Fair enough.
You might be the troublemaker.
I'm innocent.
Till proven guilty. Is there anything you guys wanted to do before you turned in for the night?
No ideas here.
I mean, it could be individual stuff, it could be group stuff, whichever.
Mm.
Oh.
I think that's all.
Okay. DFA, was there anything you wanted to do with like Agamedes before bed?
No.
Okay. Speaking of, there is a stable out back for Agamedes to sleep in, so you don't have to worry about him overnight.
She still takes him to the room with her.
Jesus Christ. For the record, Hellion kind of like just stares up at Agamedes like, you're not a dog. What are you?
DFA hisses and continues on to her room.
The rooms you guys find, Agamedes would fit at the foot of the bed, but definitely would not fit on the bed, just so you know. The beds are maybe twin-sized for, like, humans. So Corey's going to be having, like, a curl up in a ball or just hang her feet off the bed. The rest of you should be pretty fine. Elric, did you want anything to do before bed?
Nope.
Okay. Mogzia? No sneaking around doing shit?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. You guys head upstairs, turn in for the night. I'll get a nice long rest, and you will wake up in the morning fresh and early, quite refreshed, because while the beds may not be big, they are of good quality. It's like sleeping on clouds. And that is when we're going to take a break, because that actually worked out timing-wise. Didn't think it did. Shit, cool. Okay. Everyone, go take a quick break, stretch, do whatever you gotta do. Be back in a few minutes. Audience, do the same as well. We'll be back in a bit. Don't go away. Back. We are back. Okay. Francis can have a name. Okay. It is with a easy night to all of you that you have enjoyed your night in the tavern. We agreed that Elric would wake up first, for he is half elven. He does not need to sleep as much as the rest of you.
Kill.
I'm assuming his first act is to find Hellion, spend the morning.
Play with Doggo, wait for others to get up.
Yeah. Hellion is quite eager to play, though as it is early, you do have to remain a little quiet, so you got to keep him from getting too hyper.
Yeah.
Because he does make a bit of noise, though, Cade says if you want to take him for a walk, go for it. It means he wants to do it when he gets up. Give you something in the morning.
Yeah, do that.
The minute, though, he says walk, Hellion tackles you.
Oh, God.
I need you to roll a strength to see if the dog topples you.
That's a 7, so he definitely does.
Well, no, it's conflicting strength. Like, is the dog stronger than you? What would you say it was, a 7?
A 7.
Yeah, the dog rolled a nat 20. You got, like, full-blown...
clobbered.
Depending on how awake or dead asleep the party is, they may have heard a thud. But no, he does get excited and let you take him out for a walk.
Yeah.
However long you wish to walk is up to you.
It's just, a short bit. However long I think the others will get up by.
We'll say it's just about like a half hour before dawn. Like the sky's just turning that like day colors. And during your walk, you noticed, because again, you have like the view of the whole city, the tower is vanishing, opposed to last night when it was appearing. At this point, there's maybe like a 10th of the tower left in the bay.
Yeah, that tower's weird.
When you return, we'll say it's about a little 7, 8 in the morning. Whichever one of you guys want to wake up first.
Hyacinth is up.
Okay.
Hyacinth is up and getting ready.
Did DFA and Mogzia wake up early, or is DFA sleeping in?
DFA was probably up early.
Okay. Mogzia?
Probably just like usual, just whenever it's time to eat.
Okay. DFA, you and Hyacinth will make it downstairs by the time Elric returns. At this point, Cade is getting the breakfast menus ready. And when he sees Elric return with Hellion, goes, "You've just saved me 3 hours of struggling. See that you made it back in one piece."
Yeah, he's a handful.
Just rolls over on the thing next to the door. On his back, legs sprawled out, and just comfortable as hell. And when you look down at Elric, you'll notice he is literally a foot away from a giant dog bed. He's too tired to make it to the bed.
No. Puppy.
The bed is very tattered and old, and clearly it has been there quite a while. But he does not seem to care that he missed the bed. No, Cade's making breakfast for everyone who wants it. It is part of the rate for the evening, so you don't need to worry about paying for anything. Just tell them what you guys want. And the morning is yours.
Hyacinth will take a quick breakfast. Something simple, like bacon, toast, sandwich. And they're going to stave off their morning grogginess by drinking the rest of the bottle of wine, because they finished most of it last night. They're finishing off the last glass.
All right, I'll give you another.
Because if you didn't know when drinking wine, if you make basically a sangria with it, it's a great hangover cure.
Huh.
So that is what they are doing. They're basically any kind of like fruit medley. They're just sticking that in their glass and drinking that while eating their sandwich. And they are going to go head towards the gate.
All right. Just a reminder, because you are drinking the wine again, you get another 8 hours of that charisma.
Mm-hmm.
DFA, are you scoundering for food?
No.
Oh, what is DFA doing this morning?
She's pacing back and forth.
Okay.
She wants to go find a cocaine bear.
Okay. Just the way you were going, and you said she wants to find cocaine. I didn't expect you to keep going. I'm like, okay, when did DFA become an addict?
She's a really good jumper. There's a reason for it.
Plot twist. It has nothing to do with dragoon skills at all. DFA just got a Halloween costume. She's just really a coke addict. Oh my god. Well, then, if anything, you guys are just waiting on Moxio then.
Yeah, I'm good to go whenever.
Okay.
Hyacinth would have taken Moxio with them.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, like, as you guys are getting ready.
Yeah.
So once Moxio awakens and makes his way downstairs, you guys can get ready to go.
Yep. And Hyacinth is going to make it perfectly clear. It's probably best that it's just like Hyacinth and Moxio.
Oh, grabbing the arrows.
Yes.
Okay.
Alrighty.
And they're going to try to explain that this is like a very delicate situation they've crafted for a side job for themselves.
Oh, enough said.
Just for the record, Elric, when you returned, you did not see a sleeping Imperial in the alley. There was no slumped over, hungover man.
Was there vomit?
Does Elric want to know?
No, God, no.
Okay.
No.
We don't.
Okay.
Then you won't know. The mystery will linger
Did
forever.
not look into it.
Yeah, once you guys are ready, you guys can head out. And are you heading straight? As you got, are you heading straight to the gate, or are you gonna like go somewhere beforehand? Just so I know.
Is there enough time to stop somewhere beforehand?
I mean, it's still early morning. You got all day.
Okay, because we were supposed to meet them when?
Oh no, they just said go to the gate, and when that was when you'd be able to pick them up.
Oh, okay, so there wasn't a time constraint.
No. There was just he would leave them with the gate guards for when you showed up to get them. That's all.
Okay. Hyacinth would like to find a bakery.
Okay. Takes you a while. Are you looking for a specific type of bakery or just a bakery?
Baked goods.
Okay. You guys, it takes you about like 15 minutes, but yeah, you find one not that far from the tavern.
They are going to order kind of a hodgepodge of a bakery situation for a baked goods basket.
Okay.
And with like, I guess a baker's dozen, in each one being a different thing.
Okay.
And that's kind of their thing they're going to do.
The place you find is called the Shadow. The dough part being spelt like dough.
No. Yeah.
It is ran
Funny.
by. Who is it? Do I actually get to use these guys? Yeah, it's run by a Moomba.
A Moomba?
A Moomba. I've wanted to use these things since the game started, but I just could never think of a good thing to throw them in. You guys are getting a Moomba. The Final Fantasy creature. Don't worry. It's in the bestiary. They're normally like desert creatures, but this one has taken quite a likeness to the cool sea breeze that comes off the coast of Meloph. And his family and he have started a bakery. Takes him about like 20 minutes to get your order ready because they make it fresh every day. He asks if anyone else in the group would like anything from their selection. Knowing I'm going to regret my decision when it comes to bakeries.
I think it's just Hyacinth with Magzio.
Yeah.
Don't do me anything. DFA could have found the bakery on her own for all I know.
No, I don't think she went looking.
Oh, okay. Get good.
Hyacinth will, I guess, also get a couple like of the sweeter options
Okay.
and a loaf of bread.
What kind of bread?
Whatever kind of bread Corey likes.
For the sake of argument, Corey will just point to the biggest loaf of hully. Don't know what hully is? It's Jewish bread.
Yes.
It looks like a braid. I like it.
It's like delectable bread.
Yes.
It's like heaven.
This loaf is about, we'll say, half the size of Magzio. And the total of your order, if that is all you're ordering,
Yep.
costs you, again, it's freshly made for that day, 100 gil.
Okay.
Oh, and also because they're doing a special, you got some frosted sugar cookies covered in ground poppy seeds that are said to lift any curse that you awaken with.
Oh.
So there's no real proof behind it. It's just the guy, like, kind of selling it up.
Love it.
And as you guys are heading out, he says, "Come again if you want anything else. We are always making stuff fresh in the mornings." They are only open in the morning, too.
Then Hyacinth will take the basket of bread and head to the gate.
Okay.
And they're going to fill in Magzio on what all happened last night.
The tapestry is going to get filled in more.
So yeah, I kind of might have convinced him that he hired me to test out these new arrows that they have.
Okay. We're going to use them to try to find a cure, or is that still the plan?
Yes. Now I'm going to roll a bluff.
I was about to say, if you're trying to lie to Moggs, you need to roll a bluff.
Okay.
Do you wish to do a sense motive, Mogsy, or are you going to just trust her at face value?
No, I'll roll.
Okay.
Modified 20.
I just got 12.
Okay. That will say that Mogsy believes you.
Okay.
Well, good then, I guess.
I mean, I gave those poisons to the apothecary guy back in Scione, so I mean, if we give them an arrow or two, I guess they could probably figure out how to cure it.
Probably.
I wonder if like antidotes can intermingle, and it's just basically the rest of this walk is going to be Hyacinth talking like alchemy bullshit because they've been reading their books.
And
just pondering.
Because you've been reading, roll me a Let's. Do you have craft?
No, I don't have any of that yet.
Okay. Then just do me a survival. If you have that.
I don't.
You should have nature.
I have knowledge nature.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have knowledge nature. You have that. Because you've been reading the books. Let's see if you remembered what you read.
17.
You'll remember that some poisons can, and some antidotes can intermingle. However, you would have to be very careful in how you're doing it to prevent making a new poison or diffusing the antidotes to making them inert. So it would become a very, very delicate process of making something new from those combined things.
Chemistry.
Yeah, the one subject I failed in high school. Added math.
So yeah. Nice. And the Moxie are going to go towards the gate.
Okay. When you two get there, there are in fact 4 guards, 2 in towers above the gate and 2 below, watching it. As you approach, the 2 on the ground throw their hands up and go, "Halt! What business have you? And what are you doing in this area?"
Remind me real quick what the guy's name is.
You never asked him.
Or what his position was.
You didn't ask him.
He's someone important.
He is.
Hyacinth is going to wave and say, "I'm here to pick up some..." I'm trying to figure out the word that they would use for it. "I'm here to pick up some testing supplies."
Just to see if you're convincing. You're not being dishonest, so I'll say just do a roll of charisma to see if they are like, if they believe you're who you're claiming to be.
21.
One of them looks to the other and goes, you think this is the one he was talking about?" Might be. He could ask. Yeah. Here's what we'll do. You hear like whispering back and forth. "Just to be sure, we were told a specific someone was coming. We were told one person, but well, actually, we were told 3 women. What is the name for the pickup?"
Lily Feather.
Both of them look to each other. Is that the name? I think
That's the name Hyacinth wrote on the piece of paper.
they're like going, "Well, he was kind of slurring when he told us." "I know, but he's always slurring when he tells us things. Should we just give him to her and hope for the best?" "We could. We're wrong, though. If we're wrong, he'll get drunk and forget. Who cares?"
Hyacinth is going to, while they're having this, like, "I bought you baked goods."
Immediately from the tower. Did you, who said baked goods? Who's got food?
And Hyacinth's going to hold the basket.
Guy's gonna like scurry down the ladder and be like, "Are these from are these from the shadow?"
These are from me, because I'm
No, I mean
here
like,
to pick something up.
did you get them from the shop, the shadow?
Yeah.
He grabs both the other guards, goes, whatever they want, give them. I want that basket." Both guards look over to you. "Okay. And not because he's threatening us."
Hyacinth's going to count the guards and
There
then
are 4.
count the baked goods, which should be a baker's dozen, so +1.
Yep, there is in fact that much.
So Hyacinth is going to take out 1, randomized, and hand it to the guard that told them to give Hyacinth whatever they want. There's a baker's dozen, but there's 4 of you, so you get the extra one.
He gently takes it and carefully holds it as he looks at the other 3 and goes, "I don't care what anyone says. Today you're my favorite person."
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh.
I have been wanting these for a month. I haven't gotten paid yet. I've made holidays come early. Thank you.
Welcome.
He goes to hug, but then he stops. He's like, did he just like pats your shoulder gently because he's like, I don't want to like get in trouble. And as he's doing this, the other two come over with a not a it's kind of like a box, like a long suitcase that you would put like a bunch of arrows in.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a quiver, but it is like a carrying case for arrows. It is locked, and they go. There are 25 of them in here. You are to test them, take notes on their effect on your targets, and bring back anything we would need to know so that we can improve on their quality and their what's the word? Duration. God, I can. Then they hand you a small pouch. This is in case for some odd reason you get it on you. It's a powder. You take a pinch of it. It should reverse the effects. Doesn't. We're sorry, but we will have to put you down if we find out that you are, affected.
Okay. And Hyacinth's gonna inch in a little bit closer. He told you that I'm testing these like out of country, correct?
We were told give you this, give you the instructions, and say nothing because you are outsourced.
Okay, making sure.
You are also to be told, because if we don't stress this, we are in trouble. You are to not tell anyone where you got them, and you are to not reveal that you're working for the Empire.
I'm just here to deliver pastries to you all. And Hyacinth's gonna hold out the pastry basket and take the suitcase.
The third one, the pastry addict goes, "They are the best person ever." The pastry you gave them is like already half gone, and their face is covered in crumbs. The other two gingerly swap the case with you for the pastry basket. And the fourth one just complains, "I work with fucking idiots."
The fourth one, Hyacinth will pull out a poppy seed cookie and hand it to them.
You will gingerly take it, begrudgingly smile, and be like, "Maybe not that bad. They still suck." Then he walks back up to the tower so he can go continue his watch.
Hyacinth is going to look at Mugsio, and they're going to fuck off.
Okay, you guys I'm assuming you're gonna regroup with the other two?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. While these two are off fucking about, what is Elric and DFA doing?
I'm just biding my time till everyone gets back.
Well, I wasn't sure if you guys were just like mingling around town or doing something.
Nah, I'm just sitting around the tavern.
Okay. DFA, did you wander off? I know.
No, I'm probably sticking pretty close to where Elric is.
Okay. I know impatience is a tendency when DFA wants to do something. As said last night, it would take about 20 minutes to get to the gate, 20 minutes back. So at about an hour later, the two return. Hyacinth is carrying the container of arrows, though it's not disclosed what's inside yet. And now it's up to you four to decide what you guys are doing.
You said 25 arrows?
Correct. Oh, I have to send you the stats for them. Forgot. Yeah, well, while I send it to you guys can do what you do.
Hyacinth is going to beeline directly back up to the room. And carefully, with gloves on, like full hand gloves, transfer the arrows from the suitcase. What do these arrows look different than a normal arrow?
They're maybe like 4 inches longer than all your other arrows. The shaft is a bit thicker than the other ones. It's made of like a sturdier wood. The fletching is more fibrous, and the arrowheads are maybe the size of your full palm, and made with a very, very heavier iron. Caked into the arrowhead, it looks like a copperish fine powder has been laced into the metal.
Mm-hmm.
And unlike normal arrowheads that are like very straight on the lines and everything, this one's kind of like jagged and serrated.
They are going to put them very carefully into their new quiver.
For also record, each arrow, because as you said you were examining them, they are all covered arrowheads. Like there is a safety cover.
Okay.
But you don't have to like be as delicate, but you should still be delicate.
Still, very carefully.
Yeah, they're like it's almost like a leather safety cap.
Mm-hmm.
It's very clear that these arrows are not meant to be fired in like the middle of battle. You're supposed to only use them if you have a good sniper position, more or less, like where you can actually set up the shot.
Even better.
I'm gonna regret all my decisions for this arrow. Like I already feel the future JM going, what the hell were you thinking?
Geneva doesn't exist in this world, so there's no Geneva Convention.
Yeah, continue. At my own peril.
Hyacinth is going to carefully examine every inch of the suitcase, and with the antidote, they're going to put it into their pouch.
Yep.
And basically clean out the suitcase and effectively leave it in the room they were staying in.
Okay.
The suitcase came with a lock, correct?
It was just like a latch lock, like basic suitcases would have.
So it's not anything special.
No, it's literally just like the ones that you flip open. It was just a way to keep it from spilling open accidentally.
And they're going to go rejoin the party.
Okay, everyone's downstairs waiting for you. And you can decide how you're going to carry on about your day.
So I guess we didn't get any information about the invisible thing because he was too drunk. So, forest?
It sounds good to me.
So
EFA is quite excited to go bear hunting. Alright, so you guys are heading out towards the forest?
Yep.
Alright. Takes you about 30 minutes to get back to the gate. They see you and they open the gates for you because they recognize Hyacinth and Mogzio. And they the guard, who was very eager to get his pastries, waves you off and says, "Good luck, be safe, and please come back alive." The angry one is just kind of like, yeah, whatever. And the other two are like, "Yes, please be safe. There are dangers in the forest, and be aware that we cannot go out and save you just at anything. We can only come out if it's a danger to the town." So yeah, you guys get into the forest, and this forest is very dense. Think a lot of oak, birch, some ash trees. You guys do hear a lot of wildlife in the wood itself. Birds chirping. Occasionally hear like what sounds like a woodpecker pattering against a fucking trunk. You hear other animals that you may or may not recognize, depending on your familiar with nature. Very, very thick canopy, so like occasional beams of sunlight are coming through, but otherwise it's a very cool, shadowy forest for you guys to walk through. And yeah, you guys can decide how you want to navigate this.
I vote we go look for that hideout.
yeah, that's probably a good place to start.
Okay.
Because the bear is supposed to be around that area, right? So if we look for the hideout, we can see if the friend is there, along with whatever they were supposed to be guarding or bringing back.
All right. You guys gonna go in the direction Anthony told you about the safe house?
Mhm.
Okay. While you guys are going, I need to do rolls if you guys have counters. is a fucking woods.
Can I also? I would like Hyacinth to do a perception check to see if any of the wildlife is acting funny.
You can do that.
Unless that's a knowledge nature.
I'll let you pick which one you want to do more. Because like you could be just looking around, or you could be basing off your knowledge. Like I'll let you decide.
24. No, wait. 26.
Is it a knowledge or is it a perception?
It's a perception.
Okay. At the moment, you don't notice anything. It seems pretty normal to what your experience of nature is. At most, you're noticing while you hear wildlife, you're not seeing wildlife. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
In your past experiences, that could literally mean the forest is very dense and they're not really coming out to investigate things that are not native to the forest, or it could just be that they're further away from you and you're just hearing because there's no other noise to, displace it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep. Also, I got a nat 1 on encounters, so you guys are fucking lucky.
Blue dragon.
No, as in like nothing happened. Just out of curiosity, DFA, are you riding Egamedes through the woods, or is he just walking with you?
He's currently walking with me.
Okay. I gotta keep track of how you're navigating the chocobo at the moment, because he is getting big enough for you to ride soon. All right, so you guys are gonna your way through the woods. Just out of curiosity, are you keeping an eye out for the bear, or are you guys strictly looking for the hideout?
I'd probably
I'd be looking for clues for all three of them.
Okay, no, just make sure that way
definitely
I don't
focused on
overlook
the
anything.
bear.
Hyacinth is looking for anything that looks like man-made disturbances.
Okay. At the moment, if you guys are keeping eyes out, those who are doing so, roll perception or survival. I will let you pick which one you prefer. Or if you have it, knowledge nature.
Natural 20.
Okay.
For perception, which is a 28.
Okay, 28. What about the other was?
30, 20.
Which one did you do? The perception? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
19 perception.
All right. And DFA, what are you just moseying?
No, 21 for perception.
Okay. You guys do notice some tracks in the woods. The tracks seem to be a mixture of humanoid creatures, so it could be anyone from the town, could be anyone that's coming and going, like traders or the soldiers. You all passed, so doesn't matter who got what. You notice a bunch of disturbances in the trees in terms of like branches are broken, not scrapes or cuts, but like some stuff on the bark. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Sorry, got distracted. ADD moment. It's great. You also notice around you guys there are like rocky outcrops with gems in them. Currently. So if you guys want to check those out, you can. If you don't, you can just keep progressing onward. And which one of you had the highest? I think it was Mogsu. You had the highest, right?
I had the highest.
Oh, okay.
No.
It was okay. It was you. Hyacinth, you hear movement in the woods, like around you, and it seems very precise in the movement.
Does it sound like people or humanoid?
You can't discern what it is, but you can tell that its movements are very intentional.
Okay.
Like, when you're stalking in the woods and you're being very careful in where you step.
Mm-hmm.
That you can tell that much just from what you rolled.
Hyacinth is going to do the in the woods hunter thing, where you tap your ears and you point to the direction you hear something
Okay.
while being quiet, into the direction of wherever that sound is coming from. And they're focusing their attention on kind of tracking it. Does it sound like it's going to intercept us?
You can't
Or
tell
we-
yet.
Mm.
You just
Cocaine
you
Bear's
just
going to jump us.
you just hear it, and it's not getting close to you. It's staying at a fair distance away. If it is paying attention to you, it's just observing at the moment.
Okay.
Whatever it is, it's clearly keeping its distance intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
So for all you know, it could be a deer that's just like, what do these people doing in my swamp kind of thing. You're not in a swamp, but you know what I meant.
Forest. Yes. Okay.
Deer.
Yeah, a Scottish deer is something like, what are you doing in my swamp?
Anthony gave us directions to this.
Yes, he did give you directions, and you are
Okay.
heading in the direction it was given.
I was making sure.
Yeah, you guys are good on that one. Coming up ahead of you guys is a lake swamp kind of not swamp, more like just like a little patch of water, some lily pads, bulrushes, you know. Coming up on it ahead of you guys can hear the water and smell it, as well as kind of get a visual of it where you guys are, and I'm going to show you that in a second. I came somewhat prepared. You were being somewhat. Have a buoy. Come on. Yeah. Going. Yeah, it is. Okay. You guys are in the woods. You guys are currently like there.
Hmm?
I'm showing that you guys are like actually in the woods and all that good jazz.
Trees.
Yes, the four of you are there. The water is like right over there. You know, it's a dense woods. You can hear the water and all that. You can hear the animals near it. You guys can either head towards it or stay away from it. It's up to you. And yes, I don't have unfortunately, there's no chocobo model for this game. I'm sorry.
No.
Just out of curiosity, is there like actually like a horse or something?
Is there a chicken?
Is there a chicken?
I mean, there's a chicken.
But the chicken.
There's a chicken. We can get a chicken. It's like a pecking chicken. There you go. There's Egamedes, okay?
There you go.
Egamedes is on the map. Egamedes is over here. DFA. Gotta keep that, like, you know, the mother and child together. Just make sure I remember Egamedes is there and I just don't forget. Yeah, if you guys want to head towards the water, you can. It's just ahead of you guys, or you can head in a different direction.
I'm gonna let the ones with the better scouting sense decide where to go.
What were our options again?
You can just keep exploring the forest, or you can head towards the water and, like, you know, use that as a sense of, like, it's an more open area to, like, look around better.
I'm fine with that. If the others are.
Yeah, go towards water is fine.
Okay. Yes, mosey on over towards the waters. Once you reach there, I have to ask DFA, does Egamedes head right to the water to start drinking, or is he going to stay near you?
I feel like he would stay near me.
Okay.
Does Egamedes drink water?
Are you asking in the sense of, like, do chocobos drink water, or are you asking as in, like, has DFA trained Egamedes to need a different type of liquid to survive?
I'm asking, does this chocobo drink, like, chalky milk? What not to survive? He eats cake.
That's a valid question. DFA, what have you trained Egamedes to live on?
He still eats his veggies and drinks his water, but sometimes he indulges in cake and apple juice.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a valid.
So don't accidentally get the chocobo drunk.
No, we do not get the chocobo drunk.
Okay, because I'm just imagining somebody ordering like an apple cider and Agamedes going straight for it.
I mean, for all I know, he might. I don't know his life. That's entirely up to DFA how sneaky Agamedes is going to be.
I mean, he does try to sneak off with Moxio's hat, so
It's a nice hat.
it's a nice hat.
I'm going to need you guys all to roll a perception. Or a nature survival, whichever one you want to do again.
Another 18.
Okay.
A 9.
Elric, you notice Jack.
Nope.
15.
Okay.
19.
Hyacinth, you and Moxio notice more than DFA. DFA, you notice more than Elric. Also, just out of curiosity, did you make your character sheet for Agamedes yet or no?
No, I totally spaced on it.
Oh, it's fine. Because if you did, we can have Agamedes roll perception. But if not, that's fine. Agamedes can be just like hovering behind you, like, what's going on? Moxio, you and Hyacinth notice that nearby there are two beings in the woods. DFA, you notice there is one. Elric, you just notice water.
Water wet.
You also notice the bulrushes, and you're thinking to yourself, kind of looks like a corn dog. I wonder if it tastes like.
No, don't do that.
Not eat it.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. I've seen that TikTok.
Everyone, I think, has seen that stupid moment. The intrusive thought. Is it nature's corn dog?
The intrusive thoughts won that day.
But no, Hyacinth, you and Moxio notice the two creatures in the woods. DFA, you notice the one. DFA, high or low?
Hi.
Okay, let's see which one you notice. You notice the one closest to you. There is a creature to the north under a tree. DFA that you can notice. The other two, you notice that same creature plus one across the water. You can't see it, but you notice it. Due to a distinct shimmer in the air. What do you guys
I'll
get?
point it out to Moxio.
Okay.
I will try to get everyone's attention quietly and then point it out to the others.
All right. The creature that's under the tree line, at the moment, it doesn't notice you guys yet, is your cocaine bear.
Oh no.
Great.
It's for the moment just kind of like sniffing around, doing bear things. I don't know what bears do. Imagine what bears do when they're doing bear things. Scratching its back against a tree or something. It looks like it's enamored with whatever it is doing. Has it noticed you because you guys are downwind?
Does it look all coked up?
What did you say you rolled for a perception?
Mine, 19.
Do you notice that its fur is tattered? Probably from blood. It hasn't washed its fur in a while. And you also notice that it's very it's panting after sniffing, almost like it's dehydrated.
Okay.
For the other thing, though, the one that Moxio, you and Hyacinth noticed, the shimmering thing, it hasn't noticed you either. Again, because you guys are downwind. But it is clearly very alert and looking to make sure it's not being like threatened at all.
Is the shimmering thing? Is it a creature?
You can't tell yet. You can just see like the best way to describe it, like the predator cloaking effect.
Mm-hmm.
You could just see like occasional shimmer on the air, like occasionally what's behind it would look not out of focus, but out of like place a little bit, so you know something is in that area. And also from what you can tell, because again you rolled the 19, the weird effect is about 10 feet around it. Almost like a like not a dome, but like a AoE of that weird effect.
How close are they together?
The bear is 10, 20, 30, 40 feet from you. Over up in like near the shadows of the trees. The creature is about 10, 20, 45 feet from the bear and 10, 20, 50, 60 feet from you. Yeah, nice triangle going here. Isosceles triangle. I remembered you.
So they're in relatively close proximity, but not interacting with each other.
Yeah, they're not interacting. If anything, the shimmering thing seems to be more observant of the bear than you guys.
We could always watch them watch the bear.
Who watches the Watchmen?
Yes, exactly.
What's that song? Watch. Oh, fuck, what is it? I was invincible. Yeah, if I was invisible, I'd watch you in your room.
Oh, the Stalker song, yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
I was gonna say he sees you when you're sleeping.
no, I went straight to Clay Aiken, whoever it was.
Oh.
Both are creepy when you think about it.
Yeah, and any watching you song is creepy. But no,
How it feels like somebody's watching me. That one.
that one too. Any creepy song applies at this moment because you're watching both. They're watching the bear, and the bear's just doing bear things.
So we're all just watching each other.
It's a very tense moment for you guys. You guys, there is the option of like, trying to figure it out peacefully, or you can just go flat into the murder hobo route. I don't know what you guys want to do. I kind of feel like
Since
TFA
when
wanted
have
murder
we-
hobo.
Since when have we really murder hoboed?
I mean, it's a cocaine bear. Like,
True.
this
but
isn't exactly
we-
like a common thing.
True, but we're also aware that it's, drugged. It's not the bear's fault.
Cocaine bear. I'm thinking of that clown from Death, stupid metal band show.
Metalocalypse.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the clown who's always on cocaine, but there's a bear.
Dr. Roxo.
Thank you. Just picturing a
Really
bear
good.
shouting, "I do cocaine," but in bear talk. Very You have choices. I'm leaving them up to you. What does DFA want to do? Hey, DFA's the one who
How do you
wanted to go
cook?
find the bear, so I'm asking DFA, what does DFA want to do?
I mean, she found the bear.
He did.
It's here.
It is. And it is a very, very big cocaine bear. For the record, is what's the size of the thing? Large. Large would be what? 3 times the size of a Moogle?
She's going to say, I feel like Corey would be very mad if we fought a bear without her.
Valid.
I feel like
I was
Corey
thinking the
would
same
like
thing.
to fist fight a
I was
bear.
also thinking the same thing.
I mean, you're not wrong.
So we should just continue to try to find the hideout?
It's an option.
Just so you know, the bear has decided to continue on its way. You hear a very, very like, it like saunters off, sniffing for something to munch on, not sensing you guys, because it apparently has a very low sense perception tonight. Rolled a 2. With it having... Yeah, it rolled a 2.
Well, hopefully that bear doesn't go and
It,
cause more problems.
it
for a
saunters
bit.
off deeper into the woods. And all of you notice the shimmering thing actually follows after it. Very carefully and slowly, still ignoring you. Do you pursue the shimmering thing, or do you just carry on to the woods?
Well, I don't see the shimmering thing, right?
Well, no, it was pointed out to you.
Oh yeah.
Remember, Mogzio and those guys were like, hey, thing.
True.
You may not have seen it as detailed, but you know something was there.
I mean, we have our marked targets right here.
You do?
It's just, should we be following them?
I suppose so. I mean, the bear found the hideout before, right? It might be using it as a den. Knock out all 3 with one swoop.
That's also true.
All right.
Okay. So you guys are gonna stalk behind the stalking thing, stalking the bear?
I guess so.
I think off table we're basically all in the consensus of we would like Corey here to help fight the cocaine bear.
Okay, well, no, like if you guys want, you guys can like let them go for now and go look later after you found the hideout and make it a like you know the general area of this thing, so you come back here later with when Corey's like, you know, playable. Because at the moment she is T-posing with you. I just didn't put her on the map because, you know, no Corey tonight. So we can just say like you guys can come back here and be like, okay, we have the general area of the bear and you can fight it with Corey next time.
Okay.
Okay, so if that's the case, you guys can wait until they both saunter off to wherever the fuck they're going and continue looking for the safe house.
Once we're out of earshot,
Mhm.
possibly, of the bear and whatever the fuck the shimmering thing is, Hyacinth is going to...
You all hear the clicking noise of it.
What?
I'm kidding. You just said you know what the shimmering is. You just hear the clicking noise of the Predator from Alien vs. Predator.
No.
Roll for initiative. No.
Hyacinth ceases to exist.
You were saying, I apologize.
Nightmare mode. So yeah, Hyacinth is going to motion back and just say it's like, so the bear doesn't seem angry? Maybe it's only angry if it's near people?
Could be.
Because
Yeah.
I thought that it would be like rampage.
At that moment, you hear a loud, like, cracking and then, like, thud of a tree falling.
Oh.
Boy.
In the direction of the bear. You know it's coming from that area.
Okay.
Like, nothing else is happening, just you hear the thud of the tree. So, like, either it climbed it and broke it, or it just did the whole, like, gonna knock this over.
The bear's a chunk, so
There's a big chunk.
it's a big chunk.
Again, it's like, it's a large creature, so I'm gonna say it's like 3 or 4 times the size of the Moogles.
So a normal bear size.
I think large starts at, like, what, 8 tall?
But it's just large.
Isn't Corey considered a large creature?
I think Roegans are considered large. But like this thing's a little, a bit taller than Corey.
Standing on its 2 feet?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, large is considered starting at 8 feet tall, so this thing's about like 9 or 10 feet.
Apparently, Roegadyn are medium, which doesn't make sense, but okay.
Yeah,
Does not make sense.
whatever.
They're
The,
just
the
tall.
bear is bigger than Corey.
They're medium creatures, but they're fucking tall.
Okay. So yeah, I guess we're just heading towards this hideout. Hyacinth is going to summarize the fact that they have something that could be the antidote to whatever is driving the bear crazy.
We do have the antidote for the berserk arrows.
Mhm. And they're
we
going
do?
to. Mhm.
I didn't realize we straight up just had the antidote.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
they gave them the powder.
Yeah, the powder
Wow.
it was on the off chance the arrow hit one of you guys by accident. There is an antidote for it that you have to take almost like,
Immediately.
to prevent it from setting in.
Yeah.
It's a if Hyacinth shows you, you guys can figure out what it is. But it's a pouch of like green powder. That's what Hyacinth knows. But if Hyacinth wants to show it to you, he can.
And they're going to explain it's like, this won't do anything for the bear because it's been poisoned for so long. But I'm supposed to go back and tell them like about what happens whenever creatures get shot with these arrows, like different kinds of creatures. But I also gave them like pastries, so they might not be mad if I don't come back with information this time.
They probably won't even remember.
The guards will remember. The guy from last night, probably not. He thought there was 3 of me.
Better he'll be 3 times as likely as to remember.
Just curious, did you show Mogzio the powder now that he brought it up?
I thought Mogzio would have seen the powder.
I mean,
whenever.
Clearly he might not.
Yeah, I
have.
had just totally forgotten.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I
guess that's up to you if Mogzio saw it or not.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I guess
He was with Hyacinth, so.
Yeah, no. Because I would say if you pull it back out, that would give the other 2 a chance because what it's made of, the other 2 might recognize.
Okay, well, they will pull it out and kind of show that it's a greenish powder.
Or that, because you 2 are around. DFA, I need you to roll intelligence, and Elric, I need you to roll local history. Knowledge history if you have it.
I don't think I do.
You have
4.
You have a 4.
Yeah, 4.
Okay. What do you have, Elric, for knowledge?
Nobility and religion.
Okay. Did you have a craft? I forget.
That would be weapons, yeah.
Okay.
I have handle animal.
No, it wouldn't be that. No, then you just
No,
do
it'd be
an intelligence like DFA did.
Okay. 17.
DFA, it smells familiar, but you don't know why. Elric, you know exactly what it is. It is finely powdered glacial greens that you would feed to a chocobo.
Huh.
And it is that moment you 2 and 2 together that chocobo catnip food is the cure to these arrows.
It's an odd cure.
Okay, the stuff's cure. It's calming.
Yeah.
Any kind of glacial green, if you like grind up, can be used to make more of the powder. And because again you rolled that high, you also know that if mixed well to a paste, you probably can make a stronger salve to help someone that's been infected longer.
Oh. Wait, I would know that?
Yeah, that was your roll. That was your intelligence.
Oh.
Remember, you grew up on a farm. You need to know some things.
So I guess I would suggest that that's something that we can do to try since the bear has been affected for so long.
Yeah.
Hyacinth's just going to look at Elric. It's like, would you like to try to rub something on a crazy bear?
Maybe not right now, but when we
Okay.
have Corey, we can attempt to use it because that bear is going to go on a rampage and cause a lot of either deaths or other problems.
Are you suggesting you want Corey to put this thing into a headlock while you rub paste on its face?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I want to make sure that was the plan you guys were suggesting. Okay.
It's like applying flea medication to a cat.
Every pet
Someone's got to burrito it.
every pet owner is like, they're going to do this to a bear. Good luck, you guys. All right. So, yeah, that you guys can relay and all that. We'll say you guys make your way more further in because you guys aren't going to do the battle. We can close this. We need that for now. Probably. Back to the map. You guys head back to the path that will take you to the safe house. You do find it. It is sadly just a shack in the middle of the woods. Barely constructed, looks like it was made in a hurry. And as you approach, you hear very faint noise coming from inside. Ew.
We know the name of the guy,
You do.
correct?
Keys.
Keys?
Keys. You know, the jingle jingle.
Keys.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what was that? What were we going to say, the other one?
Huh?
It said one of you started talking with you, so I was like, who was also going to talk?
Moxie.
Oh, Moxie.
I
Yeah.
said investigate.
Okay, go ahead. How would you like to do so?
Just I guess, are there any windows or any like cracks big enough to look through?
No windows, but there are gaps in the wood. So if you want, you can do a quick look.
Sure.
Okay. Are you being stealthy or just being?
Yeah, being stealthy.
Okay, roll stealth.
I think it's a dirty 20. 21.
Okay. You peer in and you notice a hunched over figure in the back corner of the shack. And just from what you can see, it looks like they are wounded and holding onto their stomach. And they don't see you. But what you can see is it is a human man, about the same age as Anthony, and he's wearing what looks to be what looks like tattered clothing. Clearly, he has survived some kind of engagement, and he looks pretty wounded.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'll just go back to the others and tell them. Looks like someone's hurt inside.
All right. And
Uh,
go ahead.
no, you're fine.
I was going to ask what the next thing you guys want to do was.
Oh,
Are you going to enter, or are you going to just like linger?
stealth.
You're going to stealth enter.
Stealth enter.
Okay, roll stealth.
$21. No, wait. Sorry, I'm bad at math. I keep reading 8 as 6 because my computer screen is so small. 23.
Okay. You open the door very carefully. You don't make any noise. It's very stealthy entering. However, it is a 2-room shack, and there's nowhere for you to hide upon entering. So almost immediately you hear a, "Who the fuck are you, and what are you doing in here?"
Hyacinth's gonna look around. Is there anybody else in here?
Nope.
Cool. They are going to pull out a healing potion
Okay.
and just look at the injured person. This is a human man, correct?
Correct.
They're gonna squint. Squint a little bit more, leaning forward. Are you Keys? You kind of look like Anthony.
Anthony sent you?
Depends. Are you Keys?
very weakly, he pulls out a dagger and goes, "I may be near death, but I'm going to ask one more time. Did Antony send you?"
Hyzen's gonna walk away, walk out, look at Elric. Elric, I need you to tell me if you know this person. And then walk back in.
Going with Hyacinth then.
As you both walk in, the man is passed out,
Oh god.
and that's where we're ending the session.
Yes.
Just drawing that dagger was way too much effort for him in the state he is in. And the stress of, oh god, am I in trouble?
That's fine.
Put him into
That's
shock. And that is where we're ending the session for the night. Oh my god. Hyacinth may have accidentally killed a man.
I mean, it's fine.
Anyway, I appreciate everyone's patience in lieu of the lack of Corey regarding the bear. Hopefully next week we will have the bear
fight.
the bear brawl. And I hope everyone had fun tonight, all things considered. Same to the audience. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's session. With the holidays coming, I do not know what everyone's plans are going to be. So if we don't have a session, it's totally not a problem. Holidays are going to wreck everyone's schedule. Ideally next week. If not, plan accordingly. Thank you all for stopping by. Hope you guys have a good rest of your week. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.